Hello everyone, my name is Amber and welcome to another Stellar Guitarist guitar tutorial. In today's lesson, I'm so excited to be teaching you how to play Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. In this lesson, we're going to be doing a little bit of picking as well as a little bit of strumming. For the basics of the song, you're going to need to have your guitar in standard tuning, and we're going to need to put a capo on the second fret of our guitar. If this is something you'd be interested in learning, then let's jump into the lesson. So we're going to start off by learning the intro riff of the song, which is lots of fun once you get the hang of it. So let's start by looking at our picking hand. We're going to place our index and our middle fingers onto the second and third strings, and our thumb is going to move between the fifth and the sixth string. Now, with our fretting hand, we're going to start with a C major shape, but we're going to have our first finger lifted off of the strings. And we're going to pluck the fifth, the third, and the second strings all together. And this is going to be followed up by hammering on our first finger right afterwards. We then are going to play the second and third strings open, and we're going to pluck them together. So what we have so far sounds like this. We're then going to lift all our fingers and move into our next chord shape, which is going to be based on a G chord, except all we're going to need to do is have our second finger in the third fret on our sixth string, and we're going to need to have our third finger on the second string in our third fret. And we're going to pluck the sixth, the third, and the second string all together. And we're going to follow it up by plucking the second and third strings separately. So it's going to sound like this. So all together, and then the second string, and then the third string. So this is what the first bar sounds like so far. Now, if you want to learn how to play the guitar with more confidence and get a clearer understanding of how to have more fun on this amazing instrument, then check out the link below this video to my guitar course, the Stellar Academy. I'd love to welcome you into the program. So for the next bar, we're going to keep our ring finger on the second string, and we're going to slide it up to the 8th fret relative to the capo. We're then going to put our index finger on the 7th fret on our 5th string, and we're going to pluck the 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings together. Then we're going to slide these two fingers down, and we're going to put our index finger into the 5th fret and your ring finger into the 7th fret. And we're going to pluck all the strings at the same time, followed by individual notes on the 2nd and 3rd strings. So we're on the 7th and 8th fret, plucked together, and we slide back. So this is the main section of the riff, which sounds like this all together. Now, in the third time that we repeat this riff, there is a slight variation which takes place when we slide up into that third shape. So right up here on that 8th and 7th frets, we're going to have a slight variation. So what we'll do is start by plucking all the strings together. Then we're going to go up to the 10th fret with our pinky, then take it away, And then we're going to slide into the next shape, and we're going to do something very similar. We're going to start by plucking all the strings together and then putting our pinky into the 7th fret and back. So let's put the whole thing together and start from the very beginning of the intro. A 1, 2, 3, 4. So next up we have the verse, which is exactly the same as the first 2 bars of what we have already learnt in the intro. So the main verse is going to sound like this. And this gets played over and over again throughout the majority of the song. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably enjoy playing your guitar and singing along to your favorite songs. And sometimes picking something that is quite technically challenging, such as Fast Car, makes it really difficult to strum along and sing at the same time. So for this reason, I'm going to be showing you the chords that you can strum, as well as the strumming pattern that works in the verse, as well as the chorus that you can use throughout the song if the picking is just a little bit too challenging for you at the moment. So the chords we're going to need for the verse are a C major, a G major, an E minor, and a D major. And our strumming pattern is going to be down, down, up, up, down, up. Down, down, up, up, down, up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to play the C major and the G major. And we're going to split those 2 chords over 1 bar of the strumming pattern. So the C major is going to get the down, down, and the G will get the up, up, down, up. So it's quite a quick change. Down, down, up, up, down, up. Down, down, up, up, down, up. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the E minor to the D. Down, down, up, up, down, up. And if we put that all together, and you can use this chord sequence and the strumming pattern for the entire song during all of the verses. Now the final section is the chorus, which is really simple, and we're going to be strumming and we're going to be using open chords. So the first line of chords that are in the chorus starts on a C, we then have a G, next is E minor, and then we have a D. And each of these chords is played for 1 round of the strumming pattern. So it will sound like this. In the next line of chords, we have a C, which then changes to an E minor. Now they share 1 bar, so we need to split the strumming pattern over those 2 chords. And we're going to do this on that first up strum. So it's going to sound like this. So we have C, down, down, up, up, down, up. So we change that E minor on the up strum. And then we're going to go to a D for a full strumming pattern. We repeat it again, C, E minor, and D. And then the last section of the chorus is a C, which which then changes to a D. And we also split the strumming pattern over these two chords. And it's going to sound like this. So if we put the whole chorus together, this is how it's going to sound. From the C, a 1, 2, 3, 4. To the G, E minor, and D, and C, E minor, had a D, E, and C, E minor, had a D, C, then D. So those are all the parts that you need to learn in order to play this awesome song. This is a great song to learn as a beginner, especially if you are starting to explore some finger picking. So I really hope you have fun with this one. Now, to give you a little taste of how the song is meant to all fit together, I'm going to be showing you a mini playthrough in the next section of this lesson. We're going to play that main riff for 8 rounds before going into the chorus. So grab your guitar and join me for this mini play along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much for tuning into today's tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, I'm sure you're going to love the lesson that is being suggested to you on the screen. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out and it allows me to create more videos just like this one for you every single week. I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you in next week's lesson. Bye!